Hello guys, hello. Okay, so this is a tutorial to show you once you've got your new makeup, where everything goes, how to put it on. So I encourage you to watch this video as you're putting it on. It'll take you probably 1 to 2 times with your new makeup to get it down, just because you apply so much less with this than you do with your typical or your conventional makeup. So it'll take you 1 or 2 times just to get used to that, the light touch to it, and then you're out the door. You're quick. It's easy, 4 to 5 minutes tops for your everyday face. Now, obviously, if you're putting on some more eyes or going out to an event, it's gonna take you a little bit more. But for your everyday, quick, easy, what I love about this makeup look, 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, all right, so everything's in your compact. You set it up whatever way works best for you. This is what works for me. This is my everyday compact, and then I have an overflow because obviously I'm in it. So I have all the highlights and contours and things right here to use so when I do in-person makeup, and then I keep all my lip cheek colors in here as well. So that's that. All right, so I'm not gonna do any eyeshadow or anything like that. I'm just gonna do the basics today so that you get that down, and then I have tons of tutorial videos on eyeshadows that you can watch, as well as, you know, just there's tons of them on YouTube. So, all right, so with this, first thing I'm gonna do is color correct. All right, so I have blue and purple under my eyes. I've got the zit that just won't go away. It won't pop, it won't do anything. It just is there and it's driving me crazy. Anyway, so I have that. And then I've gotten rid of a lot of the melasma that I did have, but I will show you how to cover that. I used to have it right here after having Finley, and my dermatologist, and all of this is in the Facebook group, the Metabolism and Makeup Facebook group. My dermatologist got a compound cream for me. If you live here in Louisville, I'm sure your dermatologist anywhere could do this, but if you're here in Louisville, there's a compound pharmacy that she sent the prescription to, and they mail it to my house, and it's a combination of retinol and a bleaching cream, and it has just done absolute. I mean, I used to have, I wish I would have saved it. I had pictures from back early summer and stuff, and how dark the melasma was. So the compound cream has done wonders. But anyways, I'm going to show you how to cover that if you have it. Okay, so I'm going to go through just kind of the basics here and show you what to do. So let's color correct first. All right, color correcting, you can use any brush that you want. I really like the blend brush for it. It works well for me and what I'm doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is my eyes. Okay, I use a color called Frenchie and Sunlit to color underneath my eyes. So there's 3 colors that work really well under your eyes, and it's Sunlit, it's Frenchie, and it's Mango. All of them have peachy yellow undertones, which are typically opposite on the color wheel of what you've got going on under here. So if you have red, blue, or purple under your eyes, you're going to want to get one of these colors. Typically, if you've got red, Sunlit, or darker skin, a little bit darker skin tone, Sunlit is a good one for you. If you have some really blue and pinks like I do, Frenchie is good. Also, Mango is good if you've got a dark under eye, or maybe a combination of a couple of them. Like I use Frenchie and Sunlit, and that completely wipes out my under eye darkness. So I'm going to use the small end of my blend brush. I'm going to go into Frenchie, just again, tiny. Look how much product, tiny amount of product. And I'm going to put that underneath my eye and just blend it in. Okay, remember, this is all cream makeup, so you can move it around and blend it like you want. Okay, like that. All right, Sunlit. Now I'm going to go in with my Sunlit, the yellow. Again, tiny amount of product. And just go right over that Frenchie. My goal is to one day, when I have some time, I think about it every day that I do my color correction. So what you can do with these tins, like as your tins, like this one starts to get lower and lower, you can take this, you can set it on low heat on a flat iron, on a skillet pan, anything, just with a little bit of heat, and warm it up, and it'll melt it, and then you can move it down in your pan. So you can also mix colors that way. So when you get an empty tin, save it. And like tons of artists, they'll take, you know, if they're using, like I use 2 blushes a lot, they'll take those 2 blushes and scoop out a little bit of each one and put it in a tin and make your own colors. So that's what I want to do with this color correction here, the Sunlit and Frenchie, is blend them together in one tin and have it. So Okay, so you can see I've already masked. I'm gonna do a little more yellow on this side. Pretty much masked that blue and yellow underneath. All right, so when you got matched, you have your main highlight and you have your brightening highlight. So the brightening highlight goes in all the places that light naturally hits the skin. Your main highlight goes everywhere else. So I like to use a color called linen. So I use 2 brightening under eye or brightening highlights. You do not have to. I like to. I like a very bright under eye. I just think it looks really good. So this is linen, and about anybody can use linen as well underneath your eye. So I'm going to use this brightening highlight under my eye with my foundation brush, the domed end, tiny amount of product again, and I'm just going to put that and kind of press that in under my skin when you're doing your under eye. Okay, if you just have dark circles, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to come down the side of your nose, out to the corner of your eye, and then draw a triangle and meet. If you have bags, go to my video in my makeup and metabolism group. You do under eye bags one way, different than you do dark circles, okay? So go check out that video and look at the difference of that. All right, so I'm just gonna put that linen right here, and you can see, I mean, look, right there, like wiped out all that darkness, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the other end of my foundation brush. I'm gonna go in my main highlight color, which is called Candlelit. That's my winner. And I'm gonna put that on my beard and mustache. Now you guys cannot go wrong with this. Sometimes I contour first. Once you get comfortable with it, it doesn't matter because you blend it all together. It doesn't matter what order you put it in, okay? Because sometimes, like I said, I'll lay my contour down first, then do my highlights. It just depends. So you put that kind of in your beard and mustache area, go around my nose, kind of right here, just like that, okay? And you can see it already gave me pretty good coverage on my zit. Oh, shoot. Okay, melasma. It's okay. We can still do it. Sorry. I used to be very good at putting it on because I had melasma, and now that I haven't had it, and for, gosh, it's been gone for at least like 4 months. I'm sorry. I'm out of the habit of doing it. So there's another color called Aspen. So there's 2 ways that you can go about covering your melasma. Okay. You can use a color called Aspen. I guess it just depends on the depth or the darkness of your melasma, or you can use Bella Bronzer. Both of them actually work. So this is Aspen. It is a contour color. As you can see, it's an ashy green undertone. So green is opposite red on the color wheel. It will help to mask this, but I'm not going to I don't do my zits till the very, very end. So I'll show you that. But if I have melasma, I would take this Aspen. Again, I like the blend brush. You can use any brush, and you would just go in and cover it. And so I'll go over some of my freckles with it like that. And it kind of covers, and I'll cover right in here. So you can cover dark spots with the Aspen, okay? And it's gonna look a little dirty on your skin, but you're gonna fix that with your highlights. All right, so the other thing that you can use is if you have a large area of the melasma, you can take your bronzer, the Bella Bronzer, not the Cayman, the Bella Bronzer, and you can put that down over the area. Again, it will look a little dirty, but you're gonna fix it with your highlights, okay? So Aspen, Aspen is also really good, obviously, for redness. If you've got any kind of dermatitis through here, anywhere on your face, put some Aspen down. It's a great pore filler. It is just a great, great primer to put underneath your skin, okay? That's Aspen. So covering that up. So then you lay down your Aspen. You're going to come back over it with your main highlight, okay? Depending upon where it is. If you have it up in here, we're going to use your brightening highlight to cover it, all right? So that's how you cover that. So now I'm going to go back to my brightening highlight. My other brightening highlight is called White Peach. I'm going to go back to my domed end of my brush, and I'm going to put that in all the places that light naturally hits my skin. So kind of in my T-zone here, down my nose, right down here, the front of my face. And I'm not going to blend it in. This is going to look a little crazy till we're done. All right. So I've got my main highlight, my brightening highlight. Now we're going to do contour. Okay. You can keep using this brush. I just have the hack brush and like to use it for my contour. I'm using a contour color called Henna. So I'm going to take this end of it and I'm going to go into my henna. Contouring so easy, guys. Temple to temple. Okay. Temple to temple, draw a line. Get up by your hairline and just go temple to temple. And you can put it on, especially if you're new to it, put it on, and you can always go back and add more if it's not enough for you. All right. This is buildable. Now I'm going to go hairline under my cheekbone to the outside corner of my eye. Okay. So you're just going to make 4 lines with your contour, temple to temple. This is, so that's 1, 2, 3 right here. Okay. And then under your chin. This, my friends, is how you take 5 pounds off your face. Right here, and contour and chisel out that chin. Okay, so that's it. Now we're just going to blend it. All right, I like to blend with the smaller end of my blush and bronzer brush. Again, you can use your foundation brush. Guys, you can use whatever brush that you like. Everybody has different brushes that they like, different methods. You can't screw it up. You just got to play with it and find what you like. I like this. Okay, so now I'm going to blend on my highlights. I like to blend my highlights first and then get into my contour. The only thing I will say on your contour is making sure you don't blend it too much that you lose it, because you can completely blend it out. Okay, so I'm doing all my brightening, my main highlight, all of that right now. All right, now I'm gonna do my contour. The chin comes down. Okay, blend that guy down. We're always a couple shades lighter under here, so this will help to even out your skin tone. Okay, now I blend this up into the hairline. Blend around your forehead, up into the hairline. All right, we don't want a one-dimensional face. Our face is not one-dimensional, so we don't want to be wearing makeup that literally just like wipes it out and makes everything one color. Okay, you want dimension. You want to just enhance what your face is already doing, which is it's got light and shadows on it. Okay. Okay, so you can see how natural everything looks. All right, so there is that. Next, I'm going to show you just a little bit of detail contouring that you can do on your nose if you want to. You do not have to do that step. So this is the Detail Hack brush. You just want to use something that's got a fine edge on it. So I'm going to use the side of this. You could use this brush. You could use your blend brush, whatever. You just want a smaller end on it because you're going to try and make a small line. So I'm just going to dip the side of that brush in there, and I'm going to come down my nose. The closer you put the 2 lines together on your nose to the bridge, the more you're going to bring it in, okay? And then you want to take your line up to your eyebrow. You don't want it to stop right there at the bridge. You want it to look natural, create that shadow. So go all the way up to your eye and then cut across the bottom of your nose again to make it look. And then I go back in, I use the linen, the brighter one of my highlights, okay? Here, we don't want to blend. All we want to do is stipple. We don't want to blend it out too much. We want the definition to stay there, but you don't want to see the sharp lines, okay? So you're just going to blend and push to get rid of the line definition. Just like that. Okay, done. So simple. Okay. So there's the basics to your foundation, guys. So it's really not hard at all right? Again, the biggest thing that's going to take you time is the amount of product. Back off the product, okay? Less is more. You should not see it on your skin. You should not feel it, okay? Now, let me show you covering my zit here. So you can see I got some pretty good coverage already from using my main highlight. What you're going to have to understand is when you have a zit, you're not going to change the texture. You can sure color correct it, but you're not going to change the texture. So if you keep trying to change the texture, it's just going to look awful. So I'm going to use my blend brush. I'm going to go back into my Aspen, and I am just going to push into that and get rid of the redness. I got like a little, some of the skin is peeling off from where I'm using my retinol trying to kill it. So it's not covering, you can see I got rid of the redness, but that's what that spot is. So it is covering it. It's just, the spot is just a bad spot right now. I remember back when you're like 13, 14 and you're like, God, I can't wait till I'm 30, 40 years old, no more zits. And it's a bitch, it's a lie. At least for me. Hormones still get me every time. Okay, so there, that is covered. I'm just gonna go back in lightly go into my main highlight with my big end here. And then I'm just kind of gonna push back over that. Just like that to cover it. Okay, just like that. And then I like to go ahead and set it. Because as I start to put my blush and stuff on, you can push it around. So I would go ahead, and I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to use my loose setting powder here. I'm just going to go into it and just set that spot, not the rest of my makeup, just that spot. Okay, so that's it. That's it, guys. Okay, so we'll do a little blush for you. And I'll show you the brow wax. We'll do that as well because the brow wax is a must, absolute must. So I'm wearing red today. It's a Christmas day that I'm doing this, or a holiday that we're celebrating. We're making cookies and doing stuff today. So I'm going to use my scarlet here. I'm just going to go in with my ring finger. Okay. Now, if you want a cheek lift, bring your color up here on the top of the cheeks, not around here in the apple. Bring it up. And look how pigmented that is right there. It looks a little crazy, right? And then if you get, which I did, I got a little too close to my eye, I'll show you how easy it is to clean it up. Now I'm just going to blend it out. Blush and bronzer brush, and I'm just going to blend that out to get it to where I want it, which is right there. Okay. But I'm going to show you, I got a little too close to my eye. That's what I like about this makeup again, is how easy it is. So I'm going to just take my foundation brush and what's left on this domed end and kind of go right here and kind of push that makeup, see, and just back it off of my eye where I got a little too high with it. Just like that. A little more. I really like the scarlet here. Oh, let me show you guys too. Okay. So there's some scarlet. So bronzer, okay? Your bronzer. The Bella bronzer is fantastic. And I love this combo right here. I put the Bella bronzer and the Glow Illuminator together, and I swirl those together. So bronzer, again, goes in all the places where light naturally hits the skin, okay? Don't contour with your bronzer. Contour goes in shadows. Bronzer goes in light, okay? So I'm gonna take the big fluffy end of my blush and bronzer brush, and I'm just going to swirl these two together and then hit my temples, okay? Because that's where light naturally hits. And sometimes I'll put on my blush and keep it on real heavy and blend it out with my bronzer as I'm doing my bronzer. So you really can't go wrong, guys. You can do whatever you want. There are no rules with this. So I just kind of make the three, start here, go here, and come down under my neck with the bronzer. Like that. Okay, so there, look how much that brightened me up right there. And how pretty that is with the scarlet. Okay, so that's it. All right, I'm gonna do brows really quick. So you can do powder in your brows. You can do liquid if you like a wet to fill it in. It's preference. I use a couple different things. I've actually got a couple things on order that I'm excited to get, and I'll post videos trying those guys out for you. Right now, I'm using the eyeshadow color called Bird. This is the line brush. I'm going to go in with this small angled end right into it, and I'm just going to stamp into my brows with that color and just kind of fill in all the little uneven hair areas, just like that. Okay, do the other side here. All right, and then just brush and blend. I need my eyebrows done in a major way. Okay, so I filled those guys in. Remember, they're sisters, not twins. Don't drive yourself crazy trying to make them look exactly the same. So next is the brow wax. This is going to add volume to your brows. It's going to lock your brows in place. It's just amazing. I mean, it's really such a good product. And it doesn't matter if you have microbladed brows, whatever. If you've got hair in there, you want some brow wax. So you can take your spoolie end of your brush here, spray it with a little bit of setting spray. All right, this is the stay spray. Just a little, kind of dab it off. Then swirl it into your brow wax. And then just pop that bad boy into your brows. And it adds volume. Can you see? Look at how much more volume. I wish like you could, there's a good shot where you can see the volume to here, that it just puts into your brows. Okay, we want volume in our brows, guys. You want full, big brows, not caterpillars, but you want big brows. I dropped my brush. All right. It's youthful. It's the frames to your face, just like that. Okay, all right, so that's it. From there, you can go lips, you can go eyes, you can do all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to kind of give you the foundation to putting this on, where things go, how to color correct. If you have any questions or you didn't get any color correcting colors and would like some, I'm happy to take a look at your selfie and that you can send me and offer my suggestions because it really does make a difference. And it's such little product, guys. Such little product. So I hope this is helpful and see you later.